Welcome to Main Street Matters by Heart on Main Street, the podcast that knows that giving is even better than receiving. I'm your host, Patrick Keiser, and today we're diving into one of my favorite topics, purpose. We're going to be talking about what it means to be a retailer with heart, about what giving back, whether it's to your customers, to your neighbors, to your industry, isn't just good for the soul, but it's good for your store too. And of course, we'll be talking about the upcoming event, One Night, One Heart, which is happening this June in Dallas at the Total Home and Gift Show. It's a night of giving, it's a night of community and of celebration. And if you're going to Dallas, I hope you will join us. So when we think about why people shop local, sure, it's about the products, it's about the experience, it's about the personal touch. But it's also often about the values. More and more people want to support businesses that reflect their own beliefs. Stores that care about the community, that care about giving back, that do good. Purpose is the emotional anchor of a business. It's the why behind the what. When you have a clear purpose, you're not just running a store, you're building a movement. Your purpose becomes the lens through which you make decisions, design experiences, and connect with customers. And in retail, connection is everything. Customers today are looking for more than just products. They're looking for meaning. They want to spend their dollars in places that make them feel something. And purpose gives them that reason. It's why someone chooses to pass up other stores just to come into yours. It's why they'll pay a little bit more to support you. It's why they'll tell their friends about you. I've seen this firsthand on my travels. One powerful example in a store that we've been working with is Brickwood Boutique in Temple, Texas. Brickwood is more than just a store, it's become a community hub. When a tornado struck Temple, their owners didn't just protect their inventory, they sprang into action, helping organize supplies, assisting their neighbors, and staying involved in local recovery efforts. Their store became a place where people felt safe, connected, and supported. That kind of purpose-driven action sticks with people. It builds a reservoir of goodwill that flows back to the business in ways that you can't always measure in the immediate time, but you can definitely feel. Purpose also keeps you motivated. Let's face it, retail is really, really tough. It's long hours, it's tight margins, it's constant curveballs. But when you have a deeper mission behind what you do, whether it's community service, sustainability, supporting local makers, it gives you the energy to keep going. It gives you clarity when you're making tough choices. It reminds you that your work matters to your community. So if you've ever felt your store should stand for something more meaningful, this episode is for you, because when you lead with purpose, everything that you do falls into place. Let's shine a light on some amazing retailers around the country who are walking the walk when it comes to giving back. These are store owners who have found ways to infuse generosity into their business model, and not just as an afterthought, but as a core part of who they are. I want to take our friends at Old Time Marketplace in Madison, Indiana. The owner, Beth Lewis, doesn't just run a beautiful store, she brings her whole heart into everything she does. When we recently made a donation to 2 disaster-impacted retailers in Western North Carolina, Beth joined us, and she personally donated over $5,000 worth of product to a store in Chimney Rock. She traveled across the region with us, not for publicity, but because she believes in lifting others up. That's what giving back looks like in action. It's showing up when it matters. It's leading with generosity, even when there's no direct return. Beth's store thrives not just because of what she sells, but because how she shows up for her community and others within her community and the retail industry. Another example is Mix Mercantile in Sulphur, Oklahoma. Owned by Christy Morris, when a tornado devastated her town and severely damaged her store, Christy didn't back down. She rebuilt, and she is rebuilding. We're so excited to see her store reopen soon. And even during her own recovery, she never stopped supporting others. She continued spotlighting local makers in her shop. She offered mentorship to new entrepreneurs. She kept hosting events that would bring people together. For Christy, giving back wasn't just a nice gesture, it's a survival strategy. It reminded her of why she started her business to begin with. It reminded her customers of why they cared, and it made her business stronger in the long run. And then there's Anita Saraceda, the owner of the Islander in Fort Myers Beach, Florida. After Hurricane Ian in 2022 left her store and much of the community in ruins, Anita emerged as a voice of hope. She didn't wait for someone else to lead. She became the advocate her town needed. From organizing cleanups to pushing for resources, Anita showed how a retailer can be a civic leader. These aren't rare stories. These are ones that I have encountered and why we've wanted to help these businesses because they are so important. Across the country, independent retailers are stepping into the role of community builders, comfort givers, and even crisis responders. And it all starts with a decision to let your store stand for something bigger than what you are, bigger than the bottom line. And giving back isn't just altruism, it is a strategy too. Let's talk about the practical side of giving back, because yes, it is deeply rewarding, and yes, it is the right thing to do, but it's also really smart business. When you give back, you're not just helping others, you're telling a story. And in retail, stories are currency. They create connection. They differentiate your store in a crowded marketplace, and they give your customers a reason to keep coming back. Think about all the brands that you love. Chances are there's something deeper that draws you to them. Maybe it's how they treat their employees. Maybe it's their stance on sustainability. Maybe it's the simple act of kindness you experienced within that store. Whatever it is, that emotional memory sticks. It's the same thing for your store. When your customers see that you're invested in something beyond sales, whether it's hosting a fundraiser, donating a portion of your proceeds, or spotlighting other small businesses, and that's what makes a difference. I've talked to store owners who have seen a surge in loyalty and engagement after hosting even a small community event. One retailer in Nebraska told me that after organizing a back-to-school backpack drive, she saw a measurable uptick in returning customers and even gained a few local press mentions, all because she chose to serve first. There's a myth that giving back has to be a massive undertaking, that it's only for big businesses with marketing budgets and large margins. But some of the most impactful efforts I've seen come from stores doing little things consistently, rounding up change for charity, offering free event space, writing thank you notes to frontline workers. When you approach generosity as a mindset, it's not a marketing tactic, it resonates. It doesn't feel transactional, it feels real. And it helps build a resilient brand, one that can weather the ups and downs because it's rooted in something more meaningful. Your customers won't just buy from you, they'll believe in you. So as you think about how to grow your business, don't forget to ask, am I showing up for others? How can I serve before I sell? Because in today's world, the stores that give back are the ones that move forward. So with that being said, let's talk about One Night, One Heart, because this event is the perfect example of what happens when purpose meets action. On Thursday, June 19th, during the Dallas Total Home and Gift Market, Heart on Main Street is hosting a special night designed to bring together our entire retail community. Retailers, reps, showrooms, industry partners, wholesale vendors, for a cause that really couldn't be more important. It's called One Night, One Heart, and it's a fundraiser to support independent retailers who have been affected by natural disasters. We're talking about real people, real businesses, and real towns that are trying to rebuild not just their storefronts, but their entire livelihoods. So this isn't a gala or a dinner, it's really a celebration of generosity. We are partnering with 7 different showrooms across the Dallas Market Center. They are Cliff Price, Portico, One Coast, Roadrunners, Nora Fleming, Tag, and Raz Imports. and each will be hosting their own event. This will occur on the late night on Thursday from 4 to 8 p.m. And we'll be talking with sales reps about really being advocates for Heart on Main Street and asking retailers and their vendors to donate to the cause. So if you are attending Dallas, first off, please attend one of these showrooms. They are partners with Heart on Main Street. They are great, generous companies that want to do good. And consider making a donation. It could be $5, it could be $10, $20, whatever it is. Honestly, that goes a really, really long way. Attendees can move from space to space, enjoying the experience and supporting a mission that's really close to all of our hearts. And the money raised will go directly to our disaster relief fund, the same fund that allowed us to recently donate $5,000 to 2 retailers in Western North Carolina, J. Gabriel and Rock River Gifts. These are businesses that are still recovering from natural disasters, and with your help, we're helping them write their comeback stories. And, honestly, the best part is you don't have to be going to Dallas to participate in this. I'll include the donation link in the show notes, and we'll have several ways for people across the country to donate. We'll also be doing this event in Atlanta in July, so if you're going to the Atlanta show, we'll also be partnering with several showrooms there where you'll have a chance to donate. And this is a collective act of support to help out retailers that are in need. This is our industry at its best, showing up, linking arms, and lifting each other up. It's proof that retail isn't just about selling, it's about serving. And that's what One Night, One Heart is all about. So whether you're a showroom that wants to participate, a retailer attending the market, or someone watching from afar, I encourage you to get involved. Every dollar counts, every voice matters, and every heart is going to make this night stronger. So you might be wondering to yourself, well, this is all well and good, and I like the idea of giving back and generosity, and if I'm going to one of those markets, I might donate there as well, but honestly, how do I bring purpose into my store? It starts by getting clear on your values. What do you care deeply about? What causes or issues light a fire in your belly? What stories do you want to tell? You don't need a huge mission statement, you just need alignment. Alignment between what you believe in and what you're willing to act on. Maybe it's as simple as dedicating a corner of your store to featuring local makers, or choosing to host a charity night once a quarter, or committing to sustainability in how you package and ship products. These aren't grand gestures, but they add up. And they show your customers that you are rooted in something that's more meaningful than just the bottom line. Involve your team too. Let them help brainstorm ways your businesses can give back. You'll often find that they bring fresh ideas and are eager to participate. And when your employees feel connected to a greater purpose, they're more engaged, they're more motivated, and they become more loyal. And that's a win for everyone. Don't be shy about telling your story. Your customers want to know what you care about. They want to support businesses that reflect their own values. So whether it's through a newsletter, social media post, or a chalkboard sign in your store, share the why behind what you're doing. Because retail is personal, it's local, and it's powerful. When you build your store around purpose, when you let generosity and heart guide your choices, you don't just run a business. You create a ripple effect. You lift others up. You become a light in the community. And that, more than any trend or tactic, is what builds a legacy. I want to thank you all for being here, for listening, and most importantly, for being part of the Main Street movement. You are proof that independent retail is alive, strong, and capable of real impact. If you're planning on being in Dallas this June or Atlanta this July, I hope to see you at One Night, One Heart at one of the showrooms that are participating in this. And if you can't be there, consider making a donation or sharing the event with a friend in the industry. Together, we're not just rebuilding stores, we're rebuilding hope. Until next time, I'm Patrick Keiser. Stay safe, shop small, and keep your heart on Main Street. This episode was written, produced, researched, and edited by me, Patrick Keiser. For more information about Heart on Main Street, you can visit our website at www.heartonmainstreet.org.